Hello, my dear friend. You turned on this video, and that already says a lot. It means that inside you there is still something that breathes, that has not given up, even if everything has become boring and even if coffee no longer invigorates. The world can be loud, people can be demanding, and you are tired of being strong, tired of dragging, tired of smiling when inside you want to sit in a corner and say, "To hell with it all." And here you are, listening not because you are weak, but because you are alive. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be in a resource, at the peak, in good shape and with an awesome plan for life. You can just sit and just breathe. And I'll be there, without pathos, without this motivational scream, without "you can do anything." There will be no magic pill, but there will be a voice that doesn't judge, doesn't rush, just holds you like a warm blanket when it's -20 outside emotionally. You haven't broken down, you're just a little tired. And this, brother, is sometimes cured simply by someone understanding you without words, like now. So breathe. You don't have to run anywhere. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You exist, and that's enough. Listen, you are not a rock or a bronze statue. You are a river, sometimes stormy, sometimes quiet, sometimes drying up, but always real. And here is the truth: a river does not need to be in shape, it just flows. And even if it sometimes meanders, even if it washes away the banks, it still goes where it must, because it feels its way, because it does not stand still. And sometimes you want to be smooth, clear, functional, so that there is not a single mistake, not a single failure, so that everyone is comfortable. Parents, partners, society, and even your cat. But in this pursuit you forget, you are not a mechanism, you are not a Google Calendar, you are not a robot with the function of always coping. You are a person. And a person can get tired, can not know, can stare at the ceiling with the feeling that, well, that's it, I can't handle it anymore. And at this moment, one thing is important: give yourself permission not to gather, not to optimize, not to fix yourself like a broken gadget, but just sit silently and be. Be with yourself, without explanations, without reasons. You are not obliged to make an impression. You are not a showroom. You are a workshop. A workshop in which processes are taking place, sometimes quietly, sometimes noisily, sometimes with mistakes and alterations, but they are taking place. And you have the right to not know what to do next. You have the right to pause. You have the right to be alive. Sometimes the most beautiful paintings are born not from a clear plan, but from a stroke that the artist initially considered a mistake, and then suddenly realized, it is in this stroke that the whole essence lies. And so are you. You are not a mistake. You are not a failure. You are a process. You are a path. You are a picture that is still being finished. If you are not feeling your best right now, that is okay. It is just a stage, not an end, not a failure, but a turning point. And that means everything is going according to plan. Well, the plan is just a little bit characterful, but that is okay. Stop for a moment. Don't run. Don't do. Don't improve. Just listen. In this frantic world where everyone demands urgency, you can be slow, you can be quiet, you can be yourself. Close your eyes and feel yourself from the inside, not the one others see, not the shell, not the mask, not the social person online, but the one who is silent, who observes, who does not shout, but feels deeper than words can describe. You, my friend, are like a forest after the rain, soft, smelling of freshness, full of silence and life at the same time. You are like an old musical instrument, in which every crack is not a flaw, but a story. You are like a handwritten letter, not perfect, but real and valuable. The world may try to rewrite you, label you, whisper in your ear who you should be. But inside you, there was always someone who knew, not with their mind, not with their logic, but with their gut, their body, that same deep vibration you felt as a child, when you knew it was yours, even if you couldn't explain it. You're not lost, You've just temporarily muted the navigator that's built right into your soul. Feel how you sound, not with the noise of thoughts, but with the rhythm of the heart, as if somewhere inside there is a tuning fork that you can tune into, and you tune in, slowly, with love, as if you are stroking yourself from the inside. You don't have to be okay all the time. Sometimes the real you is the one who sits quietly in the shade, watching the rain, and realizes, I'm alive, I'm breathing, and I don't have to be different to be worthy. With each breath, you return from other people's roles to your body, from social masks to the warm, unshaven truth of yourself. If there is still anxiety somewhere inside, let it sit on your palm like a frightened bird. You don't chase it away, you just give it silence, and in this silence you become yourself, without filters, without decorations, without the need to be better. You are already much, and this is already beautiful. There is a fire in every person, not a pompous, not ostentatious one, but a quiet, stubborn fire smoldering under the warmth of everyday life. A fire that is lit not by likes and applause, but by an internal yes. Yes to yourself, yes to life, yes to the path, even if it comes through the fog. You can forget about it, it may seem extinguished, but you only have to give yourself silence, and you will feel the warmth. At first, light, barely noticeable, like a sunbeam breaking through a crack in a thick curtain, and then, more, stronger, to the point of trembling, to goosebumps, to the understanding, you did not go out, you waited, you are not weak, you are a buried treasure, unexcavated, unpolished, but valuable by nature. You didn't break, you just hibernated, you accumulated, you waited for the moment when you could breathe and become yourself again. And now remember everything you've been through, how many times you got up when no one believed, not even you. How many times you said to yourself, one more step, when your body just asked you to lie down and give up. This is not weakness, it's steel under the skin. These are roots that go deep into the ground. Even if there is drought outside. You didn't just endure, you grew. And now, If somewhere inside you scratches doubt, let it. Doubt is not an enemy, it is just sand that the wind carries past your fortress. And you are a fortress, with windows, with cracks, with a history, but strong, a real fortress. And there is more in you than you think, more love than you have ever received, more strength in you than you have ever used, more light than is visible from the outside. If you suddenly feel something long forgotten awakening inside you now, it is not a coincidence. This is the real you, unadorned, unretouched, and you, alive. You. So do not be afraid. Move, even if with trembling, even if with pauses, but with fire, because you wear it. Because you are not a spark, you are a flame. Look ahead, not sharply, not in panic, not with a lump in your throat, but like a person who remembers that there is a road, even if there is fog now. You are not standing still, you are moving, maybe crawling, maybe groping, but you are moving. And this is already enough for the future to know, you are moving, and you are following it. Life is a non-linear staircase. It is like a path in the forest, where sometimes you have to make your way through branches, trip over roots and walk through puddles, not knowing how much longer until the light. But the light is there, because you carry it within you. You are not lost, you are just at a turn. And turns are necessary so as not to crash into a wall. And even if the entire path is not visible now, it is being built right under your steps. You walk, and support appears under your feet. You choose, and life adjusts. Sometimes you don't need to see the future, it is enough to trust yourself, trust your intuition, your depth, your yes, which sounds quietly, but clearly, if you listen. And you don't have to know everything in advance. You're not a GPS, you're a person with a heart. And the heart doesn't make mistakes, even if it leads you in a roundabout way. The future doesn't demand feats from you. It asks one thing: don't abandon yourself, neither in doubt, nor in pain, nor in confusion. Because if you're with yourself, you'll get there. You'll definitely get there. You've already learned to survive, and now it's time to learn to live, not out of fear, not out of need, but out of interest. Live out of joy, out of the feeling that you have the right to it, the right to peace, the right to enjoy yourself, the right to your own road without comparison with others. Yes, your road will have turns, gravel, wet leaves under your feet, of course, but also with sunrises, open windows, the smell of new beginnings. You are not alone. You are your own path, your own light, your own chance, and it is with you. Stop. You have heard everything you needed to hear. Now let it all settle in you, like light snow on a quiet street. You don't have to do anything right now. You don't have to run anywhere. You don't have to change your life urgently. You've already done the main thing. You've come closer to yourself. And maybe for the first time in a long time you've finally heard yourself, not somewhere out there, in a book, not in someone else's advice, not in another pumping session, but here, in your body, in your chest, in this warmth that has just been born and now lives in you. Leave it. Don't extinguish it with logic. Don't crush it with haste. Just sit with it, like with a friend, without words, without plans. Just be next to yourself. You breathe, which means you are alive, which means everything is still possible. You are not broken. You have come together piece by piece, through doubts, through pain. But now you are whole, as you are, without wrappers, without roles. And that, my friend, is enough. You can return to this voice when there is a storm. You can listen when it seems like you are getting lost again. I will be there. Every time. Not to lead you, but to remind you, you are already walking on your own path, your own rhythm, your own depth. And you know, you will cope. You will cope, not because you have to, but because you are already coping. I believe in you. God believes in you. And you already believe in yourself. Just don't forget yourself, because you are the very point of support that you have been looking for all this time. If you like my high motivation, please like it, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment.